Okay, guys, so we're going to be naming some aromatic compounds now. Naming for aromatics things is a bit different and it's a little bit tricky in some sense. Instead of having a base chain name of hex something, we actually change the whole base of the name to benzene. Then we are going to number the ring if necessary and list all of the substituents. So we're going to number to make it so that we have the lowest numbering that we can possibly have, and list the same substituents the same way that we would for like a cyclohexene or cyclohexane ring. Is the same rules that would apply here. However, there's a couple weird changes to the base name. So these particular molecules here, if you see them, this is actually the base name. So for example, if you see a benzene ring with a methyl group on it, then this is called toluene. And so it technically would be called methylbenzene, right? Based off of our rules we just talked about. However, its base name is now toluene because it's so common that they gave it its own base name. So like if we were to see, we'll do some examples in a moment, but if we were to see like a molecule like this, and then it has that on it, instead of being methyl ethyl with your numbers on your substituents benzene, it would actually be ethyl toluene because we have our methyl benzene in there as our base. The same thing occurs with when you have a nitrogen or an amine off of your aromatic group, and it's called an aniline. I used anilines a lot. They turn brown and gross and sludgy really easily, but that is here nor there. And then the last one is phenol. Phenols are toxic to humans, actually, slightly toxic, but that's also here nor there. So if you see a methyl group, an amine, or a hydroxyl group off of your aromatic ring, you actually have a new base name. So be careful. That's one of our first things that we'll have to pay attention to. Okay, so for example, this molecule here, this first one, we have, it's already numbered for us, but we have a methyl group. So this methyl is the aromatic ring with the methyl group is our base name of toluene. Where our methyl group is always going to be at the number 1, and then we number whichever way around the ring in order to make our substituents at the least numbers. So I'm going to circle my substituent. At the 3 position, we have a chlorine. So we have 3-chlorotoluene is the name of this molecule. Oh no. Sorry, guys. That was weird. Hopefully I remember to delete that part of the video. Okay, so let's write that out again real quick. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to delete that part of the video. Okay, we have our base here called toluene. And then we have at the 3 position, a chloro. 3-chlorotoluene. Okay, our next one here, let's look and see what our base is. So there's no methyl group, no amine, and no alcohol. So I'm going to just have a base of benzene. Let's number our benzene ring around. Let's start at one of the substituents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's kind of weird numbering. Sorry, guys. And then I'm going to circle where our substituents are. We have 1 and 4. So our full name, we have 2 bromines, dibromo, and they're at the 1 and the 4. So 1, 4, dibromobenzene is my final answer. Okay, let's look at this last one. We have an alarm should be going off in your head right now because we have an amine here. So our amine is going to be part of our base name, and that base name is aniline. Then we need to number. We start at that amine where the aniline is, go up to number 2. We don't need to number anymore because there's no other substituents. Circle my substituent and then add it in. So we have 2-chloroaniline. So as it says here, just as a reminder, start numbering at the substituent that makes up the base name. So let's do some practice. Take a moment, do these on your own. Make sure you pay attention to that base name. And then I'm going to go ahead and do them now, and you can check your answers. This first one, we have an alcohol here attached. So we have phenol is our base name. And then at the 2 position, 1, 2, oh, that doesn't look like a 2. Let's try a new color. 1, 2 position, we have a chlorine, 2-chloro-phenol. Okay, over to the right, we have just our normal benzene base. Then we have 2 substituents. We're going to number them to make it so that they have the lowest numbers. So we have 1, 2, 3. So 1, 3 dichlorobenzene. And our last one down here is going to have our base of just our benzene. And so we're just going to have chlorobenzene. There's only 1 substituent, so we do not need to say exactly where it is because it doesn't matter. Okay, last one. We're going to practice the following molecules, but now we're going the other way. Give you the name, and then you need to draw it out. So for all of these, start with your base and then add your substituents. Okay, so 3-bromoaniline. Let's start with our aniline. So that is aniline here. I'm going to go ahead and number around my ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can go either direction, it doesn't matter. And then we have 3-bromo. So at the 3 position, I'm going to put a bromine. Good job, guys. Okay, so next we have 4-isopropyl-phenol. We're going to start with our phenol. Number around the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have 4-isopropyl. The 4 position, I will draw an isopropyl ring. Okay, last one. We have 2,6-difluorotoluene. So toluene, we start, that was real bad. Okay. We start with our benzene ring. We have a methyl group to show that we have toluene here. Number around the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the 2 position, we have a fluorine, and at the 6 position, we have a fluorine. 2,6-difluorotoluene. Okay, those are all your answers. I'll see you guys in the next video.